They called him the weakest king the savannah had ever known, but they never knew the truth about his final roar. Our lands were dying, scorched by a sun that had forgotten how to be kind. The rivers were just whispers of dust, and the trees bowed their heads, their leaves turning to brittle skeletons. The air was thick with the silent suffering of every creature. The elders, their faces etched with the lines of worry, gathered around the last remaining waterhole. They spoke in hushed tones of an ancient prophecy, one they hoped they'd never have to consider. "To end the great drought," the eldest matriarch murmured, her voice like stones grinding together. "The land demands the ultimate price, freely given." It was a sacrifice no one dared to ask for. From the shadows of a nearby baobab tree, King Azubu heard their words. He felt their weight settle upon his shoulders, heavier than any crown. He didn't see judgment in their eyes, only despair. He knew this wasn't their burden to carry alone. That evening, he walked back to his pride. He watched the lionesses trying to soothe the hungry cubs, their playful spirits dimmed by weakness. He saw his queen, her gaze fixed on the horizon, praying for a cloud that never came. His heart ached, not with fear, but with a fierce, protective love. He knew what he had to do. This wasn't a choice of a king, but the duty of a father. He found his queen alone, looking up at the star-filled sky. He said nothing, but simply nuzzled her, a gesture that spoke 1,000 words of love and farewell. She looked into his eyes and understood. No tears were shed, only a shared moment of profound, sorrowful acceptance. A silent promise that she would lead their pride into the future he was about to give them. Under the cloak of twilight, he walked alone to the highest peak, the one they called Sky's Tier. The journey was long. With every step, he remembered his life. The joy of his cub's first steps, the warmth of his queen's fur, the pride he felt for his kingdom. These memories were not a weight, but the fuel that drove him forward. He reached the summit as the sun bled across the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange, purple, and gold. He wasn't afraid. He felt a profound peace settle over him. He looked out over his kingdom one last time, a silent promise whispered on the wind. He stood tall, took a deep breath, and let out one last soul-shaking roar. It echoed through the canyons, not as a sound of anger or fear, but as a pure, resonant wave of love and sacrifice. Golden light erupted from him, a brilliant aura that pulsed with his very life force, reaching up to touch the heavens. As his great heart fell silent and his physical form faded into shimmering particles of light, the first drop of rain hit the parched earth. Then another and another. A gentle drizzle turned into a life-giving downpour, as if the sky itself wept for the king it had taken. The rain washed over the savannah, and life began to return. Rivers, once dust, began to flow. The brown earth drank deeply and sprouted green shoots. Flowers bloomed in colors the cubs had never seen before. The animals came out to drink, their spirits renewed. King Azubu didn't just save his kingdom, he became the rain that gave it life. His name was never again spoken with weakness, but with reverence. And sometimes, when the rain falls, the elder lions look to the sky and whisper, "Thank you, Azubu." The young cubs, now strong and healthy, look up too, feeling the love in every drop.